Interesting. That's news.
Detective! You received an email. It's a new case.
A new case? Put it on the screen! Thank you. It says, Dear Detective Duffy, I'm a new Christian. I read in the Bible the other day, Leviticus 19:4. Do not turn to idols or make for yourselves any gods of cast metal. I am the Lord your God. And I was wondering if we still have idols today. In my house, we don't bow down and worship statues. So what does this mean? Sincerely, Michael. That's a good question, Michael. Detective Duffy is on the case. What is idolatry? Do we still worship idols today? Let me get my magnifying glass. I'm gonna need your help in solving the case. Onward!
Oh, Mommy, popsicles! I want it!
We're not gonna have popsicles right now. You haven't had lunch yet.
Oh, Mommy, I want it!
Let's go.
Cindy, it's time to get off the iPad.
I can't get off now. I'm trying to finish.
You've been playing for 3 hours.
Who cares?
But Barbara, I can't live without you. You are my sunshine, my only. No, Barbara, please, I can change.
Don't see any clues. Oh,
Yeah.
have you seen any clues, Handyman Dad?
Oh, hey, Duffy. Oh, I mean, hello, Detective Duffy. Are you on a big case?
Why, yes I am.
Huh.
I'm looking for the answer to the question, what is idolatry?
Oh, wow, that is a big question. Well, have you found any answers on that one?
Well, not yet. I have my spyglass, and I'm on the lookout for clues. Have you seen any clues around here about idols, or anyone bowing down to statues, or anything like that?
Oh, no, Detective Duffy, I haven't seen any of those things, but I could just tell you what idolatry is.
You can?
Oh, you betcha. Idolatry is worshiping or loving something more than God, or better put, in place of God.
But that could be anything. Even my pet rock Duffy.
Oh, that's right. A lot of times an idol is a positive thing that makes us happy, but becomes something that keeps us from worshiping and loving God.
So an idol can be a good thing? How does it keep us from worshiping God?
Oh, well, let me show you, Detective Duffy. Oh, yes. Okay, so here we got this empty pitcher, which is just like our heart, okay? And this water here is God's goodness. And look, when we trust in God and honor Him with our lives, our hearts fill with His goodness. Yes, sirree. God deserves all of our worship and devotion because He made us, He loves us, and He takes care of us. He is holy, good, and worthy. Okay, now, look at this here rock. See this rock? Okay.
Yeah.
This is like when we make good things into idols, and it keeps us from enjoying God's goodness.
What are things that can become idols?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so sometimes idols show up in unexpected places. They could be things like friends. Ooh, that was a big splash. Okay, they could be things like custom leather utility belts full of tools.
That's specific.
Oh, that's a big splash again. It could be toys, video games. It could be sports. It could be your favorite movie stars.
Oh no.
Look at this. Look at this. You see that? Huh.
Hey, the water's all spilling out. There isn't room for God's goodness.
Oh, yeah. You know, God told us not to make any idols whatsoever, okay? It's the second commandment.
Oh yeah, from the story of Moses and the 10 Commandments.
That's right. And it's also in the New Testament. Jesus told us that the greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. When we put other things in God's place, even good things, we aren't trusting or loving God. We're putting ourselves outside of God's goodness and blessing.
Idolatry can be sneaky. We need to be careful we aren't trusting in other things to make us happy. Only God can make us truly happy and be all that we need. Thanks, Handyman Dan. We cracked the case.
Oh, no problem, Duffy. Glad I could help.
Bye, guys.
Now, how do you suppose that we could turn this into a milkshake? Solomon was king of Israel for 40 years.
He walked with God for some of his reign.
But for another part of his reign, he didn't walk with God at all.
He put up giant statues of idols.
And he encouraged the people to worship them.
When Solomon died, his son Rehoboam became king.
He was even worse.
He was young and foolish.
When Rehoboam was king, there was a civil war in Israel.
Many people didn't follow Rehoboam and chose to follow a different man.
His name was Jeroboam.
Jeroboam didn't follow God either.
The two southern tribes, Judah and Benjamin, chose to follow Rehoboam.
But the 10 northern tribes split off and chose Jeroboam as their king.
The 10 northern tribes would be known as Israel.
And the two southern tribes would be called Judah.
The 10 northern tribes would never have a good king.
All the kings of Israel would be evil men.
They would lead God's people away from what was true and right.
And into idolatry.
Eventually, they would be conquered by a nation called the Assyrians.
But the kingdom of Judah had some good kings.
Even though Rehoboam was wicked and foolish, some of his descendants loved the Lord.
Why would God allow evil men to rule his people?
God allowed evil rulers to rule over his people when they chose not to follow him.
The kings were representations of the people.
When the kings were evil, the people of Israel and Judah did not want to follow God.
When the kings were walking with God, the people also wanted to follow God.
The important question is, what leader do you follow?
As Christians, we follow Jesus.
He is the king of the whole universe.
He is the Lord of all.
The people of Israel forgot this.
They were looking to a man.
When Jesus is our king, he is in charge of our lives.
He is the one who leads us.
He is the one who provides for us.
He is the one who protects us.
We need to listen to his voice.
Jesus tells us in his word how we should live.
Do you know how God wants us to live?
He tells us in his word.
The Bible.
The good king of the universe has given us instructions of how he wants his citizens to live.
If we are part of his kingdom, we must obey what Jesus says.
In John 14:5, Jesus says, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments."
When we hear God's commandments and do them, Jesus says that we are building our lives on the rock.
Everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them is like a wise man who builds his house on a rock.
Don't be foolish.
Follow the good king.
Follow Jesus today.
All the world is in a tizzy over Chocolatey Delight, the new mysterious and suspiciously evil-looking factory of ideal chocolate has everyone abuzz. What is so special about ideal chocolate, you might ask? Well, I'm not quite sure. It's a dark and gloomy factory that no one has ever been in. They make bitter and semi-disgusting dark chocolate, but they're giving out golden tickets. Did you hear that? Golden tickets! But these tickets aren't just for anyone. Oh no, only 5 lucky contestants will get one. And guess what? I'm one of them! I've got a golden ticket in all of your faces. There's only 4 left.
This is Sparks.
Agent Victoria Sparks, we have reason to believe that the golden ticket giveaway at Ideal Chocolate Factory is a diabolical plot to lead kids away from knowing God. We need you to infiltrate the factory and find out what is going on. Detective Bronson will assist you on your mission. Godspeed.
I'm on it. Victoria Sparks out.
Ow, and
incredibly fortunate that the first candy bar we got just happened to have a golden ticket.
Fortunate or purposely placed by HQ to secure our mission?
Either way, it's good luck. I say, this is ghastly chocolate, yet I can't seem to stop eating it.
Okay, we're about to infiltrate Ideal Factory, but we have to disguise ourselves. They might recognize us as secret agents.
Splendid idea, Sparks. What did you have in mind?
These glasses.
Oh, yes. No one will be any the wiser. This will be foolproof.
Look, they're opening the gate to the factory. Quick, get your golden ticket ready.
Oh,
Who can make a sunrise? Sprinkle it with the stuff in Who can do some forget it. Who wants candy? Yes, you do. Candy for all the wonderful boys and girls. Yes. Yes, and for you. And for
by
you.
Jove, I want
and
some.
for everyone.
Hold fast, Bronson. Don't touch that candy.
But it's free candy, and candy is a good thing.
It can be, but I sense there's something wrong here. Look how everyone's acting.
I do say they look very unhappy.
Yes, eat up, eat all the candy. You deserve it. It will make you happy and satisfied. I mean, come inside to my factory and take a tour. Follow me.
Ideal Factory and its mysterious owner seem determined to make people happy and satisfied.
Yes, but no one seems to be happy or satisfied. Strange.
Very strange. Follow at a distance, but remember, don't eat any of the candy.
Blast it.
Welcome to my factory where all of your dreams come true! Everyone, I'd like you to meet my trusty henchmen. I mean the factory workers. The Kiki Loompa Bad Bads. There they go, singing their favorite song. That's a good point, Kiki Loompa Bad Bad. You can eat all the candy you want. It will satisfy your deepest needs. Go forth and eat it, I promise.
Did you hear that, Sparks? Dig in.
Bronson, no! Don't you see? Only God can satisfy our souls. Remember what Jesus said? I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. John 6:35. Jesus alone satisfies our souls.
I can't help but notice that you two random bystanders that remind me mysteriously of Victoria Sparks and Dr. Bronson are not eating my delicious candy.
Oh, we're not interested in this candy.
But do you know that my candy can make your dreams come true?
All of our dreams? What are we waiting for?
Yeah,
Dig in.
precisely. Your dreams are my commandment.
But how could something like this possibly make our dreams come true?
Because I said so. My goodness, you ask a lot of tricky questions. Can't you just go with the flow? I mean, we're talking about my perfectly ordinary ideal candy. Candy is a good thing. Anyways, back to the meeting and greeting.
Did you hear that? Good things. Candy is a good thing.
Good things become bad things when they take the place of God.
How are we making the ideal candy take the place of God? We're just eating it to make all of our hopes and dreams come true and fulfill the deepest longing of our souls and solve all of our problems. Oh, I see.
Exactly. Good things that try to take the place of God are idols. Idols promise to make all your dreams come true, fulfill the deepest longings of your soul, and solve your problems. I think it's time we expose this place for what it is. Stand back! See? Only God can satisfy our souls, fulfill the deepest longing of your soul, and solve your problems. This is an idol factory. It takes a good thing like candy and turns it into an idol. And this Candyman is no Candyman at all. It's criminal mastermind Dr. Timothy Von Tation.
What? Okay, it's no use. You're hopeless. You cannot live without my candy. Soon everyone will need it, and I will take over the world. That's right, the thunder.
Not so fast, Montation. 1 Corinthians 10:14 tells us exactly what to do. Therefore, my beloved, flee from idolatry. 1 Corinthians 10:14. That's our cue, everyone. Flee from idolatry.
No, come back. You need this candy. I need to take over the world.
Self-destruct sequence initiating.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have installed that button. Why do I keep doing that? I got to get out of here.
candy? Sparks, don't fall into idolatry.
This isn't an idol, it's just candy. I'm not eating it to satisfy my soul, fulfill the deepest longings of my heart, and solve my problems. I'm just enjoying it.
So an idol is anything that takes the place of God.
Exactly, and they're usually good gifts that our hearts twist into false gods.
So an idol is anything that takes the place of God.
Exactly.
So we can glorify God by enjoying the good gifts He gives us?
Exactly.
Well, in that case, don't mind if I do.